Another month, another TBR. Let's get into it. We are already in April, and April is my birthday month. So I do hope that I am going to get a few books. I hope. And once I get those books, I will try and read them all. Because I don't want to make my TBR even longer than it already is, because it's insane. I have so many books to read. There's no end to it. But today we are going to do a TBR jar video again. So last week I did 6 prompts and I've read 3 of them. So to be honest, I think that's a pretty good amount of books to read in a month. Honestly, I'm very happy. My goal is to read at least 4 books in a month. So I'm really more involved in my reading, and this is just a really fun thing to do. So let's just get into it and see what prompt we are going to have. Alright, the first prompt will be a romance novel. I like that. I like it. April and romance goes very well together. Spring weather. But what will I choose? The romance books that I own are all on that side. I think I already know, to be honest, what I am going to choose. I think I already know. I have 3 books here that I would very much enjoy to read. One of them is My Policeman. I believe Harry Styles was actually... And in this age, it is safer for him to marry Marion. The 2 lovers must share him until one of them breaks and 3 lives are destroyed. This does sound really good, and I think it will be actually a little emotional. That's what I'm expecting from this anyway. The other 2 options I have is I Fell in Love with Hope. I saw this on Book Talk, I believe, and everyone was saying it's really poetic and it's beautiful. I just don't know if I can do this in April. And then we have Things You Never Got Over from Lucy Score, which most people I feel like have read and I still haven't. I've been really wanting to read it. I just think that from these 2, I think I'm going to go for this one, because this one has been on my TBR longer than this one. This is actually not recently, but I definitely bought it like last year, and this one has been already like maybe 2 years in. I actually have no clue, but I'm going to try this one. I'm just gonna put these 2 back. I think so. Okay, the second prompt will be a mystery. Mystery? Well, actually, wait a second. I do have more than I thought. Or at least I think that there are a few. So we have... Wait, is this a mystery? This sounds really good. Win, lose, kill, or die. Everyone wants to be head girl until the murders begin. Someone is determined to clear their path to the top, and they will stop at nothing. But who is it? This sounds pretty good. I haven't seen many reviews about this, but it does sound really good. And then we have One of Us is Lying, which I've been wanting to read for ages, but every time I see it and I pick it up and I just put it back. 5 students walk into detention, only 4 leave alive. Okay. This, I really should read this though. And then I got this one from my sister's boyfriend, Faceless. She's done the time, now she wants revenge. She went to prison for a double murder she doesn't remember committing. Her parents abandoned her, her friends disappeared, even her children didn't want to know. 12 long years later, Marie is out and she's back to settle some scores. So this sounds really good. This is so difficult. Like, what do I want? Like, this sounds really cool. This sounds like it will be a 3-star. But this one sounds like it's gonna be a 3-star too. But this one has been on my TBR for the longest. Let's try this one. Okay, third one. Oh, I got 2. One of them is back, the one that I didn't see. A book with flowers on the cover. Lucy score. Those are flowers. Wait. Let's have a little look. Because I do think that I want to read a fantasy too. I do know, because it's April, I believe Lauren Roberts has her next book that's coming out, and I haven't read Reckless. And this definitely has some flowers on it. And otherwise, I was kind of thinking about this one, A Rune of Roses. I got this one for my birthday, I think like 2, maybe even 3 years ago. Oh, Dragon Prince. They both have flowers, but I feel like flower-wise, maybe this one is like more obvious. You know what? I'm gonna go for this one because I really want to read it. He has suffered a fate worse than death. We all have. A curse put upon us by the Mad King. A book with flowers on the cover. It's just one flower, but it's enough for me. I really do need to read this though before, well, not before the next one comes out, but I do want to read both of them. Alright, fourth one. A book with less than 200 pages. Oh my. 268. 300? No. This one was 194. So that could be it. I found this one, Near to the Wild Heart. I don't know what it's about. I found 2, and they are both classics. One of them, I have no idea what it's about. One of them that's called What We Talk About When We Talk About Love. The powerful collection of stories set in the Northwest among the lonely men and women who drank, fish, and play cards to ease the passing of time. So I'm guessing this is kind of like short stories, and I think that will be easier to read than this one. 134. So I'm gonna go with this one. Number 5. A fantasy novel. Let's do Reckless then. Let's just do a book that I already know the world of. I already know the characters. I would like to go back into a world where I already know everything. Especially because I already have a different fantasy book. Let's choose this one. Reckless for fantasy book. And then this will be the last one. Read from a genre you never pick up. Honestly, that's kind of like mystery. I already have one mystery. What I could do is throw in a Stephen King book, because I do enjoy the Stephen King books, but I'm always scared to pick them up because they are out of my comfort zone. They're a bit more scary. They're a bit large. Because at the moment I don't have like any well, I do have a lot of classics actually. Could do a classic. I could do Moby Dick. I've always been wanting to read that. Shall we do that? I think we're gonna do that. It's not a thick one, but I think I can also buy it on... No way, I think maybe it's free on my Kobo subscription. So it's never free, but I do pay for that. Here we have it. It is tiny, but thick. I bought a few of these kind of classics, and I mainly just bought it because I really loved the blue and the gold. So I won't be reading it in this, but I will be reading it on my Kobo or on my iPad. I think that will be fine. So let's do Moby Dick then, as a genre that I never read. Let's have a little look at which books I chose. So we have quite some books to read. So we started off with, I don't even know what the prompts are anymore. What were they? So we started off with a romance novel, which will be My Policeman. I have this one for way too long on my TBR. It needs to get off my TBR. Then we have us, I think mystery it was, One of Us is Lying. Again, this one has been too long on my TBR. It needs to be read this year, otherwise I don't think I can keep it. Then we have a book with a flower on the cover, A Rune of Roses. Gives Game of Thrones vibes, so I'm curious. And then we have a book with less than 200 pages, which is What We Talk About When We Talk About Love. Then we have another fantasy book, which will be Reckless. The third book is coming out in April, so I've been really wanting to read this. And it will be nice to dive back into a world that I already know. And then a genre that I never really pick up is a classic, which is Moby Dick. I mean, it's a classic for a reason, right? So it must be good. I'm scared, but it must be good. So these are all the books that I am going to be reading in April, or at least try to read. But we have a good selection though, I feel like. I feel we can definitely get some off my TBR. Yeah. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week.